Okay, everybody, welcome to the Champion Host Appreciation event tonight, where we do some cooking. You'll hear some recipes. You'll hear some great eye story things while people are talking. Tell you a little bit about our business and how much fun we are. So usually this is started by our business leader Pam Clift, and because this is one of the reasons we all love being in Tupperware, she tonight is down in Atlanta celebrating the birth of her brand new grandson, and she is with her other granddaughters too. So they're having a really good time down there, and we're glad she's getting the chance to go down there. And in the meantime, you get me and Amy and Lori and the people on Lori's All Star team that are going to do some great recipes for you guys. So, Lori, do you want to go ahead and tell us a little bit about what's going on in your world?
All right, I will. Thanks, Jenny. All right, so anyone that doesn't know, I'm Lori Morris, and I'm a star director with Champion. Champion being our big organization, and within that organization, we have um, many different organizations. So I have the privilege of leading the All Stars team. So we love to do this. We love to showcase our products. Being all virtual now has been a blessing to all of us. And I think I can speak for everyone where we can cook and showcase our products right from our own kitchen. So since the pandemic hit, that's all we've been doing. And if you haven't considered maybe picking this up as a little side hustle or picking it up as your new normal or your career change, like I did back in January of this year, right now is a great time. Business is booming, and you'll see from the recipes that are showcased tonight, we have the products that every home needs. Everyone's staying home, everyone's cooking more. And with Tupperware, everyone knows what Tupperware is, but if you haven't seen us lately, you will be amazed that we are so much more than bowls. And the two ladies on my team that are going to be showcasing their talent tonight, I think we'll start with Candy, because I can see Candy Conaway standing ready, aimed and ready to go. She's going to talk about what she makes and what she loves to make, and a little bit about her Tupperware journey. But Candy is always going live. I always see her on her business page or on her VIP page, and showcasing the items that she uses every day for her family. So, Candy, if you want to unmute yourself and let us know what you're doing and make us something yummy.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna make something really quick. I'm actually multitasking tonight. I'm making dinner and I'm doing this. So right now I'm just gonna show you guys. It's a really simple pie. My mom gave me this recipe eons ago, and I found it really easy to make in this whip and mix. So it literally takes me like half the time. I've been in Tupperware I think since the end of January, beginning of February. And I've learned a lot. These ladies are great. Any questions you have, anyone will answer any questions. They're just awesome. Great team. Okay, so you need peanut butter and you need Cool Whip. I'm not making Cool Whip. I don't make Cool Whip. I read the ingredients to make Cool Whip and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna buy it. So you just stick your Cool Whip right into your whip and mix. I love these spatulas. These are great. I wish I had more than one. Well, I do actually have more than one, but I need another one of these.
I bet you don't have as many as I do. I have about 6 or 7 in my kitchen.
No one has as many as you, Lori. No one.
I love the spatula. It is, isn't it the best? It's the best thing.
It is. So you got all of your whipped cream in there. And then you take 6 tablespoons of peanut butter, crunchy peanut butter. And see, I have another spatula. Mm-hmm. And this one's perfect because it comes right out.
So Candy, while you're doing that, the whip and mix, we came out not too long ago, very recently. I think it
I
was in
use this thing all the time.
what are some of the features you love about the whip and mix?
It's so simple to use. There's, oh my gosh, these little, I don't even know what they're called actually. But oh, I'm telling you, it's got 2 different settings on here. I've made quiche in here, I've made brownies in here, I've made cake in here, pie, pudding, um, everything. I don't even use my mixer anymore.
Right.
It's taken place of my mixer. It really has. Oh, I almost lost count. I'm only on number 3. You got me talking.
You're only on
now.
number 3. I'm counting for you. It's probably because I'm making you talk, so you're losing track. But the whip and mix, if I can add, the whip and mix is much more impressive than what it looks like. We all got this when it first came out in August, and it's like just another piece that we had in our line. But like Candy said, with the 2 gears, it will do something really simple in first gear, and when it starts to get hard, like she's going to do peanut butter, and it's going to do it in seconds. So no need to pull out that big KitchenAid mixer, but you can shift the gear on it, and it goes to gear 2, and it actually feels like it takes less effort, but it is going to actually slow the blades down to mix it up. And whipped cream is super simple too. It's just confectioner sugar and heavy whipping cream. So now watch how this goes.
I wasn't making all of that.
No, well, you're multitasking, so that's okay.
Yes, well, I've got my my pressure cooker here. I'm making dinner. I actually just took it out. I've got to put when I'm done with this, I've got to shred some cheese, and then dinner's done. And it only took me 25 minutes. So I'm gonna I always start it off on 2 just because it's easier for me. But the thing with this, left-handed, right-handed people, anybody can use it. You can switch it every which way. You can turn it around. I'm not lefty, so, oh, well, it works, I guess. I'm not lefty, so. But either way, and you just whip it around, and you just mix and mix and mix and mix and mix. Now with this, I did find that I have to take my spatula and get the peanut butter stuck off the bottom, because the peanut butter likes to go to the bottom because it's heavier than the whipped cream. But as you can see, it's mixing it very, very good. And then once everything's all mixed together, I'm going to pour it in my pie crust here. And then I put chocolate chips on top, put it in my freezer, and then my husband will devour it tomorrow.
So this is one of those really easy no bake.
No bake, nothing. It's super simple. My mom, like I said, she gave me this recipe forever ago, and I always made it, but I always had to put it, with the blender and all of that. And well, I don't have to do that anymore. And it's really like, these are not sharp. You can just eat it.
You're making us all jealous.
I'm so jealous right now.
I'm gonna have to go whip some up in my whip and mix when I'm done here. But that's the great thing about any recipe. You don't even need recipes. You can adapt recipes that you find out anywhere. I know Amy Gardner is very good at finding recipes out on internet world, and you can adapt them, and we can put them in our pressure cookers. We can just mix them up any old way. So especially a good family recipe, that looks so good.
That one recipe that you posted the other day with the chicken and the Italian dressing from the Olive Garden, I'm trying that one this weekend. I bought the chicken and the cream cheese and all that stuff. I'm going to make that this weekend in the pressure cooker and see how it works.
Awesome.
Maybe.
So do you want us to come back to you once it's all assembled?
Sure.
We can come back and.
Okay, I was going to say, I'm almost done, but yeah, you go ahead. That way someone else can take their turn.
Okay, we'll come back to you. So we're going to flip back over to Jenny in Studio One. And
Studio One is trying to think if there's Cool Whip out in the freezer that I can go get and make some peanut butter stuff. Because that looks amazing. But I don't need to do that because there's not enough people here to eat it, which means I would have to eat it, and that's not a good idea. So one of the things that we just want to make sure you know, if you're a guest here or one of our hosts, and if you're one of our hosts, I'm sure that your consultants already talked to you about this, but Tupperware has some of the best business opportunities you will ever find anywhere. And like Lori said a little earlier, business is booming, okay? People have found out that they like to cook at home when they weren't cooking at home, but that they need things to cook with and things to store things in, and they didn't necessarily have that. And Tupperware, I talked to a lady today that she said, I said, do you need a receipt? And she said, no, it's Tupperware. Why do I need a receipt? You guys will honor it forever. I don't need a receipt. And I was like, you're right. So I just want to tell you really quick, okay? You have 3 ways that you can join us if you would like to. The first way is kind of like a Sam's Club or Costco membership. It's $15. And for that $15, you get a virtual membership with Tupperware. But you can start your own business with that $15. So you do get the discount. You get the consultant discount, which is 25 to 35% off of anything that you buy. And you get a free website for 3 months that you can send your friends to or your family. And you get the opportunity to share your Tupperware products with them and make a little bit of side money if you want to while they're checking out your products. Now, that's great if basically all you want is a discount. But if in the back of your mind you're thinking, you know, I could use a little extra money, or I would like to have a little side hustle, or maybe make some new friends and make this a little bit more permanent, we have 2 business kits that you can buy. And the first one is our basic business kit, and it's this right here, okay? It's $60, and it's some of our basic, most popular products. It's kind of like a sample pack, okay? So you get one of our modular mates, which are wonderful, and once you have one, you're gonna want a whole cabinet full for your pantry. You get one of our fridge smarts. If you don't have any fridge smarts, and you get the most popular size fridge smart, okay? You get this small deep. This is great for everything. These will keep your fruits and vegetables fresher and crisper and more wonderful, like 3 to 4 times longer than any other way you're going to store them. You get 2 of our lunch containers, which are cute, you know, if you have kids or if you are packing lunches, or just like to have a snack in the refrigerator that you can grab quick. If you make 2 or 3 of them at once, then you can reach in there and grab it. And sometimes that's healthier. You can make a healthy one and grab it instead of, when I go to the refrigerator, usually the things that are easiest to grab are not the healthiest. So if you have them made up ahead of time, even if you're still at home all the time, you can reach in and just grab something healthy. You get one of our Eco cups, which are great. They have the thing on the front. They fit great in your card holders, and they're just easy to hold. They have the sleeves so that, you know, if you have something hot in here, it doesn't burn your little hands. And one of our Crystal Waves, which is a microwave reheatable bowl that has a vent on it so that you can reheat just a quick lunch or just something fast if you want to. And then you get this, okay? And like I said, this is $60, and this is $150 worth of Tupperware right here. And this little chopper, this chop and prep is, we have 3 of them in this particular kitchen. Use them all the time. Onions, mushrooms, green peppers. If it's something you would cut with a knife, you can do it with this in a quarter of the time. One pull is like 50 chops with a knife, and it's just great. Now, this is the $60 kit, okay? But even if all you want is a discount, guys, the best discount you're gonna get is our executive business kit, and that is everything you see here for $109. This is $410 worth of Tupperware. That's like 25% of what you would pay for all of it. And this just adds, you get this, and then you add like our essential baking kit, which is one of our That's bowls, which is amazing. The spatula that Candy is obviously in love with and Lori hoards, okay? You get the measuring cups and spoons. You get one of our Eco water bottles, which these are fantastic. And you can fill them up a little bit, like at night, stick them in the freezer laying down, and when you fill it up the next day, the ice is on the side, so it stays cold for hours, all right? You get 3 of our vent and serves, okay? And these are fantastic. These you can put your plan over meals in, you can put things for luncheon the next day, or just maybe some soup or chili that you want to heat up. And you can freeze this and it comes right out of the freezer, goes into the microwave. You pop this little vent right here, it steams your food, gets it hot, and it's a great way. And these are stain resistant. So this is a great way to store your food. Maybe if you have a relative or someone that you need to just take a little bit of things to make sure they have stuff to eat during the winter, they can freeze these and pull them out and microwave them just by themselves. And they're fantastic. I love them desserts. We have our breakfast maker in the front, and I always say our breakfast maker that is the least, not the least, that's the most deceptive name of our products. That breakfast maker, you can make an omelet in it, you can make poached eggs in it, but you can make French toast, you can make a brownie, you can steam vegetables, you can do almost anything in that, and it's in the microwave. It's so simple. My grandkids do it. My grandkids each have one of their own, and they make their breakfast the night before. Like, they'll put their French toast in there or their eggs, stick it in the refrigerator, and when they get up in the morning, they pop it in the microwave and they have breakfast. My daughter loves it, okay? You get 2 of our freezer containers, which are great. These are new too. These are stain resistant. And the cool thing about these is like, if you put little bites or if you have like strips of things in there, you don't have things get stuck together. These twist. So just take one at a time out, and it's great. Now, here's the other thing. When you get this, you get the Chop and Preps Dad, okay? This has a whipper in it, which is fantastic for making the whipped cream that Candy didn't want to make. It's also great. You can do a whole cake mix in here. You can do almost anything, and it also comes with a blade, which is right here. The blade comes with a shield. You want to make sure you don't lose that shield because that blade is very, very sharp. So, like I said, all of this is $109. And if you were to buy, just like, let's say, if you saw a demo, and you will, you would want both of these in your kitchen. And the cost of all of this is only a few dollars more than just buying these 2 things together. They come as a set. So, Lori, we're going to go back to your next person. And then before we close tonight, we're going to tell them what other extra things they can get if they decide that this is what they want to do and join us, because we're so much fun.
Yes, we are. Okay, before we jump over to Andrea, let's jump back to Candy. Candy, is your pie all finished and ready to go in the freezer?
Yes, it's ready. Let me move my stuff out the way. I'm
You
close
have
on
the cheese.
multitasking. But this is the pie.
Ooh.
Now I took a little bit of graham cracker and I put it in my little chop and prep, and I zipped it up real quick and added that to it, as well as the chocolate chips. And then it'll go in the freezer. And then Jenny, you could make this and have it in your freezer because it's actually better kept in the freezer. And then you just cut yourself a piece whenever you want it.
Candy, I just have to tell you that there would be no cutting it. It would be me and a fork, and I would just go to the freezer and take a bite and go back and then just keep doing it.
Yeah, that's my husband all day.
That's awesome. Thank you. All right, and we'll post the recipe in our champion group. But that was awesome. Thank you so much, Candy.
You're welcome.
All right, so now we're going to jump over to Andrea. And Andrea has been in, well, Andrea can tell you her own story, but I think she's been in Tupperware a couple of years already. She is a manager with the All-Stars team, and she works full-time and works her business as well, and is a really awesome cook. So let us know what you are doing tonight, Andrea.
Well, I spent all day making pierogies, so I probably should have showed you all that, but they're kind of gone. I have a tendency to use pretty much every piece of Tupperware I own in my kitchen when I cook. So I used, for my pierogies, I used my whip and mix, I used my saute pan, I used my chef knives, I used my Power Chef, pretty much the whole kit and caboodle. So I switched gears and I have a sweet tooth. So tonight I decided I'm going to get out my Micro Pro Grill, which we use pretty much on a daily basis. And I'm going to make some cinnamon rolls. So instead of getting out a pan, preheating my oven, I'm just going to do this. A little bit about me first, though. Lori said I do work full time. I'm a pharmacy technician and I float, which means I go wherever they send me. So I could be in any given county at any given day, 5 stores, 3 stores. So it's very difficult for me to find time to do things. A lot of times I do my business like on my downtime after bedtime, or on lunch breaks, whatever I get. I do have some really great people on my team, and Lori is a wonderful director. She gives me a lot of great guidance, and I get a lot of guidance from Ellen as well. So definitely my cheerleaders, and I love it. And if I didn't love Tupperware, I wouldn't be doing this. And you know, the free stuff is kind of a bonus. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you know what? We always talk about free, and free isn't bad. If you come in for free, you come in to host a party, free is good. I think we all started for free. Right.
So this is $199, and I got this for nothing. Well, not for nothing. I worked for it, but just for recruiting, I got this last summer and I use it all the time. So what I'm going to do is I just took the pre-made cinnamon rolls because I could get froggy and make them by myself, but let's be real, I've been cooking all day. That's not going to happen. So I'm just going to layer them in my Micro Pro grill. And then with this, we love to do all sorts of things. One of the things that I love is hamburgers. I'm a total carnivore. So if I'm coming home from work and there isn't anything in the refrigerator that looks good, I literally will just get one of my frozen burgers out of the freezer, put it in this, and cook it from frozen to perfectly done in less than 10 minutes. And it's less cleanup. Because let's be real, if you have any of our cookware or if you've ever had any of these products, the inside of these is so easy to clean up. You can take a paper towel and wash it out. My saute pan, I love because my daughter loves scrambled eggs. And when you use my fantastic, very expensive pots and pans that I got for my wedding, you have to soak them for 2 hours just to get the egg off. With my saute pan, not at all. So I love it. So we're just going to layer those in there. And this has 2 functions. So it's kind of hard to see, but on one side, it's a roasting, and on the other side, it's a grill function. So there's also a little triangle that corresponds to that. So if you're going to roast, like if you're doing veggies, which I've done, you're going to put it on so that it's not touching the food. So it's just kind of floating on the top like that. If you're grilling, so if you're doing burgers, steaks, which we've all done, it's going to sit right on top. So because I don't want to burn the tops of these, I'm going to put it in the roasting function. And I'm going to put it in my microwave for probably about 3 minutes because this cooks a lot faster than it would in the oven. So they say, 15 to 17 minutes in the oven. I'm going to start with 3 minutes and see how it goes because I don't want to burn them. So my favorite thing in the world in my kitchen used to be a panini press because I got a gift card for my wedding. And after we bought all the things we needed, I'm like, what do I want? So I got this panini press and I loved it because we would make all kinds of sandwiches. We would make grilled cheese. We would make like hot ham and cheese sandwiches for my husband, like whatever he wanted. And we love using so many different kinds of cheese in this house. It's crazy. So if you go in my refrigerator and don't see at least 3 kinds of cheeses, I haven't been to the store lately. So I love this panini press and I used it all the time. Well, one day my husband calls me and he says, it's in the trash. I said, why? It caught fire. Something in the electrical system or something in the wiring. I know it wasn't your fault. Shush. It just spontaneously combusted. You can hear him from the living room. So I was like heartbroken. And I'm like, I can't get a decent grilled cheese because I don't like cooking them in the skillet because they get too with the butter, they get all soggy. I don't like it. So I got this Micro Pro grill and I'm like, I wonder. And the first grilled cheese I made in there it didn't last 30 seconds because he smelled it from the living room and came in and took it. So I had to make another one. But even though the cheese bubbled all over the sides, I literally just took my spatula, my plastic spatula, and just wiped it off. There was no residue. It wasn't burnt to the sides. You didn't smell anything burning. It was great. I loved it. I'm like, okay, so every time I come home from work and I see that it's out on the counter, that means one of them has gotten into there and made a sandwich of some kind.
I always keep, go ahead, Andrea, sorry.
Well, the cool thing about that, if you have the ring, because we have the ring as well, you can make all different kinds of things with that ring. You can even make a cheesecake in there. I made this huge monster cookie, and I mean, it was literally as big as the ring and bigger than my daughter's head.
Yeah.
And that's her favorite thing that's ever come out of it.
It can make all different kinds of things. And we have tons of recipes, but you can just make your hot dogs, do your kielbasi, you can do your bratwurst. I do chicken and salmon, anything that you would grill, you can grill in the MicroPro grills. So, and it's great for kids that are, my daughter's 12. When she was 11, she was making her own grilled cheese because there's no open flame. There's nothing that, you can take it in and out. It's an awesome addition to the kitchen, and something as simple like the cinnamon rolls, it's a quick way to make a treat.
Well, and Jocelyn, the one who recruited me, who I absolutely love to pieces, said she came home one day and they do pizza in theirs. And she came home and Jonah said, Mommy, I made dinner. And he put the frozen pizza in there, but I think he forgot to take the plastic off. And let's just say that it was a little burnt, but it wasn't ruined. The MicroPro grill wasn't ruined. The pizza was.
So 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's still not quite done. So I'm going to put it back in for like another minute. And then I've got the frosting. I'm going to use my silicone spatula to frost the top. And I'm going to actually take the silicone part off and use the spatula spreader. Well, you can use this to ice cakes. You can use it to scrape out your bowls when you're making cakes and all kinds of other things. I use it for everything. So while I probably could leave the spatula part on, I'm just going to take it off and do that part.
Okay. All right. So why don't you frost those up and then we'll jump back to you. We'll jump over to Jenny and she can finish us up, and then you can taunt us with your cinnamon rolls before we go.
You could just come over.
All right. Back to Studio One.
Back to Studio One, and now I want cinnamon rolls and peanut butter pie. So, I'm not sure what's going to happen. I'm probably just going to have to go with some crackers and peanut butter, but that's okay. The only other thing that I wanted to tell you guys tonight, and I'm so glad you are with us and are getting these cool recipes, and we have groups that you can join with other recipes too. But when you decide that you want to be part of all this fun for either the $15, the $60, or the $109, right? And you go ahead and have your party, or you find something. We have samples that you can get that are like our new products, our new sales, and you can get samples, and that's like 35 to sometimes even 50% cheaper than what it would be with the disc. It's the discount from what the sales or what the catalog price is. When you put in just $1 before the end of November, and the end of our November, I believe, is the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. You can choose to either get the 4-piece modular mate set, which, remember, we talked about the modular mate with the kit that you would want a whole bunch once you got them. Well, you can get the 4-piece modular mate set, the square set, or you can get our kitchen refrigerator set, which is a set of Wonder bowls, the gallon pitcher, and our Piccadilly for just $20. And that's like another bonus. So you just keep adding all this up, and it's incredible. Plus, when you host that party, you can also get your own hostess gifts. You get host credit. You can get your free and half price products. So this is something that's really, really a good idea, even if you're just looking to put some Tupperware in your kitchen and you don't want to spend a whole lot of money, okay? And you deserve this, okay? I'm a big, big believer in especially ladies and gentlemen that cook and that have a kitchen, you deserve to spoil yourself every once in a while. I started Tupperware because I bought myself the kit for my birthday. That's all I meant to do, but that was 7 years ago, and that's a whole other story. I like the kit, okay? So, Amy, you're in charge of, oh, I know what I want to tell you. If you're a guest on tonight, please, please, please have the Tupperware consultant that invited you, message Pam Clift and give her your address, because all guests get a gift, but we can't give you a gift if we don't know where to send it. So please, consultants or managers or store managers or directors, whoever you are that has invited someone, please get their address to Pam so that we can get their gifts out, okay? Lori, do you want to go back and see the cinnamon rolls and then do our drawings for the guests and the host?
Yeah, let's do that real quick. Andrea, I see you got your oven mitt on. Oh, you're muted.
Can't burn myself.
No, I get it. The hands are the thing. Okay.
Well, I'm a pharmacy technician. If I can't use my hands, I'm in a little bit of trouble. All right, so I'm going to show you real quick what they look like before I frost it. So they're nice and brown on the top. They look very yummy. They smell even better. I'm going to take one out and put it on my fancy serving plates that I got last month, which are amazing, by the way, and are the perfect size for my 5-year-old. All right, so I'm just going to put a little bit of frosting on the top. And then I'll use my spatula to just kind of spread it out. And voila, look how yummy that is.
So it was
I'll
a
put
total
more
of,
icing on it.
was that like about, what was that, about 5 minutes?
About 5 minutes. Yeah, and I ended up at the very end flipping the lid to grill just to kind of crisp up the top. And it worked really well.
Yeah,
Andrea, could you just take a bite of one of those and make me feel better about not being there?
No, but I'm going to stand here and lick my fingers
Lick the
for a minute, and then I
frosting.
think it's really good.
Okay, all right, that'll do.
You need to come over, Jenny. Let me cook for you.
For those of us that are new, or for those of you that are new, we have a studio in Strongsville, which is our home away from home. So we're all used to getting together in Strongsville weekly to
Hang on,
cook,
buddy.
taste different recipes. So, you know, we haven't been there together since March. So I miss, you know, cooking with each other and having tastings. So we do this kind of stuff on Zoom just to taunt each other. But I hope you guys enjoyed those recipes and some of the information about the products that the ladies used. The recipes will be posted in our champion group. If you've decided to join the Tupperware family, you can get them there, or just reach out to the person who invited you, and they can find the recipe and shoot it over to you. So we'll flip back over to Jenny and we'll do our guest and hostess drawing.
Okay, so we really don't have a guest drawing because all guests get a gift. So we just need to make sure that you guys get those addresses to Pam, okay? And our hosts are guests, right, Amy?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So who are our hosts? Who are
And we have one new consultant as well.
awesome. So she's a guest too, so she gets a gift. Yay.
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
so who are our hosts? Why is that such a hard word to say?
I don't know. So
Let's
we
do
have
it.
Pam Campbell
Okay.
with Debbie Morris, and we have Leslie with, wait, no, that's a new consultant.
Okay.
Deanna Bettle, I'm so sorry,
Okay.
with Joy.
All right, well, since Pam's vacationing, right? And she put me in charge with the kids, I'm going to make an executive decision. And since there's 2 hosts on, I'm going to send both of them host gifts from Pam. And then we'll do the guest gift for Leslie. And everybody will get something for being here. except me. And
Yay.
I don't get a cinnamon roll or a piece of pie, which just is not correct. But I'm gonna have to live with it. So you guys, I'm so glad you could join us. And we hope to see you back here again. You can come back and do this as many times as you want. You're only a first time guest the first time, but you're welcome to watch the recipes and join us and just have a really good time every Thursday night at 8 o'clock. It's somebody different all the time, except maybe I'm here a lot, but once Pam gets back, she's even more fun. And we also have rallies that we'd love to have guests on Tuesdays, our Tupper Tuesdays. So get with the people that invited you to this and get them to invite you to that too.
Yes, and this coming Tuesday is Turkey Tuesday.
It is Turkey Tuesday.
Making turkey and all the side dishes. So you guys want to come on Tuesday. I'm excited already. Is
Right.
it
Because
Tuesday?
it's not bad enough to want dessert. Now we're going to have to want Thanksgiving dinner on Tuesday and not get it either. So this is just awesome. I love virtual. All right, you guys, thank you so much for being with us. Have a fantastic night and we'll see you later. Bye.
Thanks, Jenny. Bye, everybody.